So you're looking at buying gold and silver, but you're a little confused about where to get it because you don't want to get ripped off. So in this video, I want to talk about exactly how and where to buy gold and silver, either at your coin shop or online or in person, so you can be sure 100% that it is real and you're not being taken advantage of. So let's get into it. Okay, Worlders. So here we are. We got a stack of gold and silver, and and of course my lovely Benchmade knife here. Just throw that in there. So when I was first looking at gold and silver, my first concern was, okay, yeah, where do you get it? How can I tell if I'm gonna get ripped off? Uh, is this even real? I don't know because I've never owned it before, right? So what I would recommend is a couple different things. For one, if you get it from a reputable coin shop in your local area, they're usually licensed and under certain regulations that they should be selling you real stuff. So I'd say about any local coin shop, you're probably going to be getting the real thing. Now, I'd probably avoid places like pawn shops or things like that because, for one, they don't specialize in gold and silver. Not to say that they're going to sell you fakes or anything, because they have ways of testing to see if it's real as well. Uh, but for one, you're probably not going to get the best deal. So uh, I'm going to discuss how to get the best deal and to make sure your dollar goes the furthest when buying gold and silver. So first, let's look at your local coin shop. So I just typed in, coin shop Spokane, Washington, and it's going to be different in your area, of course. And as you can see in Spokane, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like nine coin shops here in Spokane. Looks like one of these is a pawn shop. So, like I said, I probably wouldn't recommend that, but you can if you don't have any other option to sell your gold or silver or whatever. But yeah, so I'd probably stick with the places that actually say coin on them. This one says Coins Corner. I've actually been to this one. There's actually one downtown Spokane, but it's not even on here. Um, and let's see, there's this place called Coinstar. I've never heard of them. There's Coin Plus. I've actually personally dealt with these guys many times. They're a great company. Um, and then this is Redline Coins, American Vault Coin, and a couple other ones, Coinstar Kiosk. So I think that's actually just the ATM. That's one of those coin where you like take your spare change and put it in the those little kiosk things. So that's definitely not a shop. I don't even know why that's not even on here. That's funny. But yeah, so I would say out of all of these, I've been to three. I've been to this Coin Corner, Coins Plus, and American Vault and Coin. Out of these three, they were all great. I didn't have any issues with them. But probably my favorite coin shop by far is probably this Coins Plus. They definitely are a top-notch dealer. And let's check out their website. So as you can see here, they're located pretty close to downtown Spokane, just north, and uh, and their shop is very clean, very welcoming. I've actually walked right in there, no appointment necessary, and their doors usually always open during business hours, and they do, they usually have like some dogs in there, so if you're allergic to dogs or anything like that, that's something to keep in mind. But they're usually really friendly, so I've never had an issue with them. But yeah, I've dealt with uh, a couple different people there, and they've always been really professional. And yeah, I've really enjoyed my experience. Um, And so I would I'd, so I'd re- so in Spokane, I'd recommend this Coins Plus. Now online, I'd probably recommend going to this site right here. So it's called findbullionprices.com. And for the most part, anybody that's on this site is probably legit. Now I full disclosure, I believe most of these companies here uh, pay to be on this site. It's probably like a membership. But what's nice about this site is that at any time you can go on the site and let's say you're looking for something specific, so let's say you're looking for a 1 ounce, silver eagle, and you can go on here and find the cheapest price. So here it says the cheapest price is $33.59, and you can get it from Gold Club Direct. And and another thing to be wary of this price, sometimes, I've clicked on this link and the price isn't exactly what it says, because maybe it might be the cheapest price, but you might have to buy, a minimum of 20 coins or something like that in order to get that price. Or you might have to, because they here it says, free shipping. Uh, you usually have to spend $199, which I totally understand because uh, I would say they're probably their biggest cost for these online dealers is uh, the shipping, because when they ship express, like certified mail. You know what I mean? So it's usually like FedEx or UPS. I would say 9 times out of 10, it's usually the FedEx will come drop it off at your house, and usually you have to sign for it and everything else. I've never had it to where they've left it on my front doorstep without handing it to you in person. So usually I keep track of when my delivery is going to be, and I either make sure somebody's going to be home during that time, or I just pick it up at the post office later, or they'll come by the next day and deliver it. But it is very secure, and you don't have to worry about them delivering it to the wrong address or anything like that, and or your neighbors picking it up, especially if you don't live in the greatest of neighborhoods. Uh, and and of course, there's a bunch of different companies here: Gold Club, Bullion Exchange, Bold Precious Metals, and there's also a lot of, as you can see, Bullion Exchange has a lot of the cheapest prices. Uh, uh, you know, out of all these companies, and every week these names usually change. But now I've been buying gold and silver for a while, and it seems like this bullion exchange has been on this list 99% of the time. You know what I mean? So it's a pretty safe bet that you could probably go to bullionexchange.com and you're probably going to get pretty good prices. You know what I mean? And you're probably going to get the cheapest price. Now, every once in a while, you'll find a company that has like a flash sale. Maybe they're a new company, because there's definitely some bullion dealers on here that I've never heard of before, like this Pacific Precious Metals. I've never heard of them. Kazoo Bullion, that's kind of a weird name, but I've never heard of them either. But sometimes when they're new, they'll give out some really good deals. They might give you $100 off, or $50 off a coin, and just to get your business, and just to make a name for themselves. But and then after that, you might only be able to buy one coin at that price, and then after that, you have to pay full price. But if you're looking for deals, they're definitely out there. And then let's see here. So now, as far as bullion exchange goes, as you can see, there's you know, as you can see here, they have like these little meme coins. They're like Pink Panther. You got Phantom, SpongeBob SquarePants. Stuff like that. I would probably stay away from all that especially if you're new to stacking. I would probably stick with either uh, Gold Eagles, Gold Buffaloes, Silver Eagles, or just get the basic bars and generic coins. You know what I mean? It's just plain coins because I guarantee you, you can spend uh, all this extra money on coins, and when you go to the coin shop to sell it, they really don't care if it's a SpongeBob SquarePants coin. They're just like, how many ounces of silver is it? And they'll just pay for that. Now, preferably, they'd probably prefer it's not a SpongeBob SquarePants silver coin. Uh, they'd probably prefer it's a gold buffalo. Something that somebody else wants. Because people want American silver eagles, and that's why you have to pay extra for them. Because here they have about a $3 premium. So for a buffalo, you're looking at $31. And then for an American Silver Eagle, you're looking at $34. So it's about a $3 difference. But what's nice about Silver Eagles is that, uh, it's a government coin. It's actually worth. So if you look at this, it says worth $1. And now, of course, it's not worth $1. It's actually worth $34.89. And as you can see, they have different prices depending on if you can actually pay with crypto, uh, card, PayPal, e-check, wire. Uh, I actually uh, pay either with an e-check or I literally just mail them a check. And you can just mail them a check old school. You can buy uh, it online. A lot of times with this bullion exchange, I've noticed usually you have to put a credit card on file, so you might have to put up some money up front just to kind of make sure you're not going to rip them off, basically. Because the minute you put in the order, that order is fixed. And so if silver jumps up, $10 the next day, you're guaranteed to have it at that price. And and they don't want to get ripped off. So, you know, they don't want to have, you know, uh, the price swing so bad that, they end up getting screwed somehow. So it's pretty interesting. So another thing to think about is where not to buy it, right? And so I would say, Bullion Exchange is a great place. Find bullionprices.com. It's a great place. So any of these sites or your local coin shop, but where not to buy it. So now, first thing that comes to my mind is eBay, right? Now, I've actually done a lot of buying on eBay. So, but eBay, you just have to be careful. Now, I would not recommend eBay for a brand new buyer. Um, Probably for more of the experienced buyer, but you can buy on eBay safely. You just have to be very careful. And that's with anything, really, because there are a lot of fakes online, and eBay has a lot of fakes, unfortunately. Uh, so if I just type in here 1 ounce Silver Eagle, this is what comes up. Uh, and as you can see, you know, according to Bullion Exchange, I can basically get these for, roughly $35 a coin, right? So if I go back here, this guy here is selling it for $35 plus $2.50 delivery. And so I would say this guy's probably, he's asking for a fair price. But the one thing with eBay is I would definitely make sure that, check out their feedback. You know what I mean? So this guy has 93.3% feedback. He only has 78, people feedback. And now it says Commander Coins. So he might be a coin shop. I don't know. But he looks pretty darn new to eBay. So that'd be a red flag for me. So I would stay away from this guy. Now this guy here, this is BGASC. Now I've actually bought from this company on their website, so I know this company is actually pretty legit. Plus, look at their feedback. They got a 20,000 feedback. 99.9% positive. That is excellent. That means that they're having no complaints about their coins. You know what I mean? So now, granted, they're charging almost $40 a coin. You know what I mean? And so that's going to be a little expensive compared to bullion exchange. So now if you go down here, you got this Pinehurst coins. Another 341,000 feedback. I mean, that is massive. That's like over a third of a million feedback. Uh, and so, I guarantee you this guy is going to be legit to buy from. Now, is that the greatest deal? 180 bucks? I don't know. You know what I mean? I'll have to do the math on that. But it looks like for the most part, everybody's selling these coins for about close to 40 bucks. And but now, here you go. Now watch this. 2025 uncirculated, 28 bucks, right? So this guy's selling stuff almost $7 cheaper than bullion exchange, right? So he's selling it for, oh gosh. So 35 compared to 28. So about 750, something like that, dollars cheaper. Now, to me, that is a red flag. So just remember with gold and silver, if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably is. You know what I mean? So it's too good to be true. And so now, granted, he sold 142, so he ripped 142 buyers off, basically. Because look at it, this guy has one feedback. I mean, who would you rather buy from? This guy here, 340,000 feedback, 99% positive, or this guy here, one feedback, 100% positive. But that means, so this guy's probably selling, he probably sold all 142 just in the last couple of days. And what's going to happen is all these people are going to get their coins, and then they're going to get them, and they're like, oh man, this is all fake. So then they're all going to complain to eBay. eBay is going to delete this guy's listing, put him on suspension, probably ban him for life. And same with this guy here. So you got $30.98. Now it's a little better price, or a little more expensive price, but still, it's not realistic. You know what I mean? You got $31 free shipping, 2 feedback. You know what I mean? And look how these sellers are so similar. You know what I mean? I guarantee it's probably the same dude. You know what I mean? He probably just has multiple stores, which you can do that, and so I guarantee this guy is making a killing right now because, 30 times 100, that's 3,000 bucks this guy just made. 3,000 that account, another 3,000, maybe almost 4,000 with this account. Yeah, so this guy's just ripped people off 3 to 4,000 bucks. Now, luckily, eBay, when you're new to eBay, usually they hold the seller's money for a little while until the buyer gets feedback, and as long as there's no complaints, then eBay will release the money. So theoretically, these buyers could get their money back if they complain. But I guarantee you, a lot of these guys aren't going to know any better because they maybe had never bought in gold and silver before, and they're probably going to get ripped off. And then when they go, 20 years later to the coin shop, try to sell these coins, the coin shop's going to laugh at them. They're like, sorry, dude, you got ripped off. So beware the 1 and 2 feedback people, and the too good to be true price. You know what I mean? So if it's too good to be true, it's not real. I can almost guarantee it. And so as you can see here, here's another guy here, 25 bucks. Give me a break. 0 feedback. Yeah, you know that's a scam. And they don't even have pictures of the real thing. I mean, they're just using generic pictures. Now this guy here, he actually has a picture of the real thing. And this guy here has 100% feedback. 772, which is nothing to sneeze at. I would say if you have more than 100 feedback and you're close to 100%, that is pretty darn good for eBay, and you're probably a legit seller. So I would say this guy is probably just some dude, you know, that's legit trying to sell his coins. You know what I mean? Because really, that's the only way you're going to get your money back if you do buy those uh, SpongeBob SquarePants coins. You know what I mean? Because let's say you paid $100 a coin for the SpongeBob SquarePants, and your local coin shop's only going to give you $30 for it. The only way you're going to get any of your money back is by selling on eBay, and or God forbid, Facebook. So while we're talking about Facebook, let's check out Facebook. So here we are. I typed in 1 ounce silver eagle on Facebook, and here you go. So now this guy here, he's selling these coins for about $40 a piece, which is very similar to eBay. You know what I mean? So eBay's roughly $40 a piece for a lot of their coins. So that tells me the price is right. It's probably a legit seller. Now, a lot of these sellers I've noticed on Facebook are coin shops. And so if you go check these out, a lot of them are basically coin shops. And now there are a lot of private sellers on Facebook. So like here you can't tell, this is a blurry picture. I can't tell if that's real or not. You know what I mean? Uh, so this might be a scam, but who knows? But you might be able to get a good deal. You never know. Now, what? Now, there are ways to tell if these coins are real. So if I was buying these coins in person, let's say I was going to meet this guy at his house, and I was going to see, so let's say I went to this guy's house and I wanted to buy this gold eagle, right? And this is a 1/4 ounce gold eagle, and I wanted to know if it was real or not. So what I would do is I would probably take one of my other gold eagles with me, and that way I can compare side by side. And another thing I'd bring is probably this guy. So this guy here is a scale, and it's a professional scale, and I just got this off of Amazon, and it has like a little scale you can put it on. Also has a little weight that you can calibrate it with. I believe this is like a 1 ounce weight that you calibrate it with, and that way you can put your original coin on there, see how much it weighs, and then you can put their coin on and see if it weighs the same. And as long as the dimensions add up and it looks the same color, same features on it, then you could probably feel pretty confident that it's real. And you could probably get things, way below spot for that. So as you can see, there's the directions there, and yeah, so there's the model number for that if you want to check it out on Amazon. Um, but so another thing to look for in coins is security features. So with these new Silver Eagles, they actually have some pretty cool security features on them. So this one has a missing notch out of the I forgot what these things are called, but they're like little ribs on the outside of the coin, and so if you I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's actually missing a thread out of there. Oh, God, I can't remember the name, but so and what's interesting about these Silver Eagles is like this is a 2021 and this one's a 2022. So the 2021 is missing a reed. I believe that's called a reed. And so it's missing the reed right below the date right here. Now the 2022 is actually, now it's actually just part of the plastic right there, but it's actually over a little bit. So if you can see it right in there, it's actually missing the reed slightly off centered. So there's the center and it's right over there. So if you look at these two, see if we can get these lined up here. See if we can get it in focus. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. Okay, so there's the two reads. Now, if I flip them over, you can see one's a little cockeyed and the other one's, so that is actually the way it's supposed to be. So every year they switch the read over. Like I think they kind of like every year they kind of went over like a quarter inch or something like that. And I believe they're going to go all the way around the coin and back again. And so I don't know what they're going to do once they go all the way around, if they're just going to start over. Uh, but at least that way, if you could look it up and you can say like, okay, I'm trying to buy some 2021 uh, Silver Eagles, so that is going to have the read right underneath. You know what I mean? So that's one aspect. Now, China, I guess, was having a really hard time copying these because of that read missing. And I was told they just came out with ones that have the read missing. So just because you see that doesn't necessarily mean it's real. So the only way you can tell is, you got to make sure the weight is correct by using your scale. I would look at the diameter, measure the diameter of it, make sure that's the same. And then one more thing, measure the thickness because it might be the same width, but a lot of times it's different thickness because what they do is they have to use a different metal because they can't use, if they use silver, then they might as well just make they're not really ripping you off, because it's still worth silver, you know what I mean? But so they usually have to use a different metal like copper or something like that. So what I was told is that a lot of these fakes are made of copper and they put like a silver plating on the outside of it. And so it looks totally legit, but it's and they might even weigh the same, but copper actually weighs, I believe, less than silver, so by by the amount, and so they have to make this coin either slightly bigger somehow. So they either have to make it a little wider or a little thicker. So if you check all those features out, the width, the thickness, the weight, uh, the reads, the the match the coin up, make sure nothing looks funky on the coin, if it's missing like some brush here or something like that on the lady's arm, the flowers or whatever that is. Maybe the the eagle's missing like a wing or something, just something weird, with it. If something's feels wrong, then I'd probably stay away from it. But if it feels right, go for it. And you could probably save a ton of money in the private market. You know what I mean? Because, these coin shops, uh, they charge a premium. And so the premium is that, let's say silver is worth $30. Well, they have to make money. You know what I mean? So they're going to probably charge anywhere from $33 to $35 and to make money, right? So if I go to sell this to the coin shop, they're probably going to give me $30, maybe even 29, and then they're probably going to resell this for 33 to 35. So that's how they make money, and which it is what it is. You know what I mean? But the beauty of it is, if I wanted to sell this and I needed money today, I could literally go down to the coin shop right now, and as long as they were open, and turn this in and walk out with cash immediately. And what's great about uh, and so what's nice about silver eagles and buffaloes and gold eagles is that they're actually considered a currency. So if you go in there and trade this coin for $30 cash, you don't have to pay any taxes on that. So it doesn't matter if you made a profit on it or not, because you're trading cash for cash. So the government cannot charge you taxes when you're just trading a currency. It's like giving somebody a you know four fives for a 20. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of funny how that works. Now with bullion, or with generic silver, so if you had a one of these gold buffaloes, not gold buffaloes. Let's say you had a gold bar, right, or a silver bar that was just generic, right, and then it's not a government minted coin. So if you have a silver bar, technically you could be charged taxes on that profit because it's not cash; it's actually a commodity, and so then you have to figure out, what you paid for it, what you sell it for, and it's a little more of a pain in the butt. So that's why I like to stick with the government minted coins. Also, if it was ever the apocalypse, you if you were to sell to peer, uh, I would definitely feel more comfortable selling these to a total stranger or buying these from a total stranger than I would just a generic coin. Because a generic coin, you really have no way to verify if it's real or not. And because otherwise you would need a thing called, I believe it's like a Sigma machine, or there's other machines as well that can actually pierce the metal. So they actually like put this machine up to it, and it can tell, you know, it with the electrons or something like that, that it'll tell you like what metal it is, um, and so that's another way to tell. But usually that machine costs, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, and so most people like you and me can afford that. So usually just a simple scale and common sense usually does the trick. So that's about it, guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys feel confident that you can buy gold and silver out in the real world? I think you can. So make sure to comment down below. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer that for you. And definitely give me some suggestions for new videos and topics. I'd really appreciate it. And so have a good one, guys, and peace out.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.